Good morning, I'm Sally Biddulph. The Queen will lead the nation in mourning today at the funeral of her husband of 73 years, the Duke of Edinburgh. Much of the service at Windsor Castle today was planned by the Duke himself, although COVID restrictions have forced it to be scaled back. The Queen will be among only 30 mourners attending St George's Chapel in person, while a military tribute takes place outside. Chloe Keedy reports.
Behind the walls of Windsor Castle this morning, the Queen is preparing to say a final goodbye. Last night, she chose this photo from her private collection to remember her husband of 73 years. It shows the couple looking happy and relaxed on a summer break in Balmoral in 2003. At his funeral today, inside St George's Chapel in Windsor, the Queen will be sitting alone. The order of service will reflect Prince Philip's military career and his love of the sea and nature. The Dean of the chapel will give the bidding and will speak of his unwavering loyalty to the Queen, as well as his kindness, humour and humanity. A choir of 4 will sing pieces of music chosen by Prince Philip, including the traditional naval hymn, Eternal Father Strong to Save. A lament will be played by a pipe major of the Royal Regiment of Scotland as his coffin is lowered into the royal vault. There will be just 30 mourners present, and the Archbishop of Canterbury will pronounce the blessing.
At a funeral, you also look around. You don't only look back, you look around at those who are mourning, and you offer comfort in the way you say farewell. And then but as Christians, we look forward.
The Duke of Edinburgh has planned every detail of this day himself. The ponies that used to take him carriage driving, which will be at the castle with his dark green carriage, as his coffin moves towards St George's Chapel on a Land Rover that he himself helped to design. The funeral procession will make its way past a carpet of flowers. Yesterday, Prince Philip's youngest son brought some of his family to see them. Edward, Sophie and their daughter Lady Louise paused to read some of the hundreds of messages. Because of COVID restrictions, people are being asked to stay away from Windsor today. With little of the pomp and pageantry associated with past royal funerals, this will be a very personal, very poignant family farewell. Chloe Keedy, ITV News.
So here's how events will unfold in Windsor later today. At 11 o'clock, the Duke's coffin will be moved from the private chapel to the inner hall of Windsor Castle by the Queen's Company 1st Battalion Grenadier Guards. It will remain there until 2:41 precisely, when it will be taken from the state entrance and placed onto the specially adapted Land Rover. 4 minutes later, at 2:45, the procession begins, with members of the royal family following behind the coffin. This will take 8 minutes, ending at the foot of the west steps of St George's Chapel. Then at 3 o'clock, there will be a national minute's silence before the funeral begins. And we'll bring you full coverage of the funeral in a special programme this afternoon. Prince Philip, a royal funeral, begins at 1:15 here on ITV. And the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral dominates today's newspapers. The Times features the new picture released by the palace of the Queen and Prince Philip, with the headline, "The Queen bids farewell." While the Telegraph quotes what the Dean of Windsor will say at the start of the ceremony. "With grateful hearts, we remember the many ways in which his long life has been a blessing to us." The Sun simply says, "Farewell, my prince." And the Mirror, "Farewell, my love." The Mail has the headline, "One last moment with her prince," reflecting on how the Queen will say a private farewell to her husband alone with his coffin before it leaves for St George's Chapel. Well, that's all for now. Enjoy your morning. From everyone here, bye-bye.